that the same players can turn over Chelsea yet again. Ancelotti has named the same team that won 2-0 in the opening leg. Danny gave it to us. And so, well, we'd love to hear from you. What do you think of these two lineups? Can Chelsea do the seemingly impossible? It's Real Madrid, after all. They are aristocrats of this competition. They don't mess about when it comes to the big airs. And like I said, our coverage is brought to you by Azar Paints. From generation to generation, Azar has continued to provide superior quality paints that give you real value for money. Azar Paint lasts long and keeps your building looking new for many, many years. Azar Paint is made for excellent finishing of both interiors and exteriors. Azar Paint comes in emulsion and gloss and offers a wide variety of colors to choose from. Go for top quality paints. Go for Azar. For all your purchase inquiries, orders and information, please call 0555 333 888. That's 0555 333 888. Azar Paint, Etiso, Echisa. Quality from the Azar Group since 1921. Azar, as always, is number one. Danny, where will the key battles be won and lost?
Look, the game is in Real Madrid's hands. They have a 2-goal lead to protect. I don't think they are going to let it slip. I think Chelsea are the ones who need to come out all guns blazing, trying to get as quickly as possible back into this tie. And Chelsea will need to be on the front foot very early in the game. But as to whether that will happen per the lineup we've seen, we still wait to see. But this is Stamford Bridge. This is the Champions League. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Chelsea with a back three and two wide men pushed high up the pitch. According to the UEFA team sheet we are looking at, it's 3-3-3-1. Real Madrid, interestingly, they are going all out. They are not leaving anything at the back.
They are the owners of the Champions League. Don't expect anything less.
Yeah, they are keeping it 4-3-3, keeping the ball compact. They will likely look to catch Chelsea's freewheelers on the break. And please let's know what your predictions are in this game as we go for also there'll be another game to look out for, by the way. It's not just this one. Napoli versus Milan is also there. We'll be giving you updates on that. And in team news, I'm sure many of you have been waiting to hear if Osimhen is back in it. He is. Meret, Di Lorenzo, Ramani, Juan, Mario Ruin, Dombele, Lobotka, Zielinski, Politano, Osimhen. That's the 11 for them as well. Thoughts on Napoli versus AC Milan? Napoli playing a 4-3-3, AC going a 4-2-3-1 with Magnan, Calabria, Kia, Tomori, Hernandez, Krinic, Tonali, Diaz. We can hear you, George, Benacer, Leao, and Giroud. Yes.
Yeah, should be a tough one. Napoli facing a 1-goal deficit. They are missing two very key players in Zambo Anguissa and Kim Min-jae. Good for them that Victor Osimhen is back, but AC Milan understand this Champions League thing.
As well, eh?
They know how it is done. And
they know how to play. What are the permutations before we go in it?
AC Milan are a goal up. Yeah. They just need to avoid defeat and will qualify. So that's just basically.
If they qualify, who are they likely to face?
They are going to face the winners of the Benfica and Inter Milan tie. So it's possible we could have an all-Italian semi-final.
Wicked. Ancelotti's side are just a different animal in Europe's Premier Club competition. They've won 9 of their last 11 UEFA Champions League matches. Yes, Chelsea have progressed in the last 2 occasions that they lost their opening away leg by 2 clear goals. Remember, they did it against Napoli in 2011-12 and against PSG in 2013-14. But that was a very different time. This is a very different time. As we hand over from Accra to the UK, George Addo Jr. is there. George, this is your audience.
A big thank you to you, Gary, and Daniel Cranting for that wonderful build-up. We're definitely looking forward to a fantastic game, which has already started inside London. The sun has been up a bit today. We still have the sun around with us, which is really, really good. Good times coming in, definitely. But, of course, there's the big agenda today for Chelsea to try and overturn the 2-0 deficit. Real Madrid in all white playing from right to left. Chelsea in the usual blue playing from left to right. And this game has so many write-ins and under-write-ins, just before it in terms of the subplots. So much here. Carlo Ancelotti is the man who understands the UEFA Champions League probably than any other coach in this competition, and Frank Lampard is definitely the man on the other side. What a spectacle before our eyes as we get into it. Josh Akwait alongside me in commentary position. Josh, what are you thinking about? What are you just been looking forward to through. I know we have quite a number of Chelsea fans in the stadium this evening, but truly, are they here hopeful of a possible overturning of this result?
Well, obviously, the owners and Frank Lampard over the weekend have rallied the supporters, and it's make or break for this Chelsea team, especially a lot of these players, because this game could make or break them. This game could determine whether they stay at Chelsea for the foreseeable future. So they need to put in the effort tonight and just play for the fans, play for your pride, and give it your all. And who knows, maybe if they go through tonight, it could be a season-defining moment for them with this, how this season has gone so far for them.
Well, I just checked that in terms of Chelsea being able to go through tonight, that will be wicked odd. Because in 19 opportunities when Real Madrid had a 2-0 lead, they only failed to go through once. That is 18 times making it through with a 2-0 lead, and that's exactly what Chelsea have got to do here. The last time was probably 2004, 2003. That was when they were not able to go through with a 2-0 lead, and we're not sure if it's going to happen tonight. So much has been going through, and if you're joining us, you're live on Joy 99.7 FM. We're bringing you Champions League commentary. It's the return legs of the quarterfinals will give us a very good idea of the sides that are going into the semi-final for this year's Champions League. I'll quickly run through again the starting lineups. If you just couldn't catch it when Gary and Danny went through: Silva, Fofana, Chalobah at the back for Chelsea. Kukurea, of course, there is Reece James playing wing-back positions today. N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, Enzo, Gallagher playing very close to Havertz. Exactly how Chelsea have lined up. And of course, a 4-3-3 from Real Madrid, as we know: Alaba, Militao, Camavinga, and Carvajal. There's Modric, Valverde, Cruz, and up front there's Rodrigo, the danger man. Benzema as well knows how to score goals against English sides. 20 goals against English sides, including a hat-trick against Chelsea last season. And of course, there is Vinicius Junior, the most important catalyst at the moment. Modric has the ball with 5 minutes and 11 seconds played, and no goals to tell you about. It's 2-0 really. If Chelsea can get this 2 goals to 0 in this particular game, they can move this one to extra time. But how probable is it?
It looks like a long shot for me, and you look at how Chelsea have played all season, and it looks like it's going to be a very difficult one, and they'll need the fans tonight. They really do need the fans tonight, and you saw before the game how the fans welcomed the team into the stadium and whatnot. And so I think that it's a massive night for them. It's all about getting the first goal, and then the fans will respond to it, and then it flares up, and who knows? I mean, it's one of those nights where anything at all could happen. Be it they are playing the kings of Europe, the Champions League specialists, but they can count on the fact that one team has been able to knock out Real Madrid in this position, and so they can also do it.
And that's the point that Josh makes. He's alongside me in commentary position. We're coming to you live on Joy 99.7 FM from the United Kingdom. Camavinga with the ball right now for Real Madrid, almost striding in that. Referee Daniele Ossato from Italy is the man in charge for tonight's game. You'll remember him so well if you paid attention to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. He handled the first game involving Ecuador and Qatar as well. We know he was the man in charge for the Chelsea-Real Madrid second leg in 2021 semi-final that saw Chelsea go all the way to the final and get to our next stage. Hopefully a bit of good omen there for Chelsea. And as well, he was the man in charge of the 2020 UEFA Champions League final between Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. Now Vinicius Junior takes the ball away from Reece James, sends it across down the right-hand side, and it goes across the face of goal, really to touch, and that will be a goal kick on the way of Chelsea. We're very happy to be looking out for that. 6 minutes and 54 seconds in this one. We're also keeping on tabs very much on what's happening between those two Italian sides. The one that's really flying so high, and I can say at this point we can hand over the Serie A title to Napoli, but how AC Milan are respected in this competition, 7-time winners, and are actually proving it, because over 4 meetings, this is a 4th meeting, in those last 3 they managed to win everything.
Yeah, obviously they managed to win everything, and it's very, very surprising this season with how Napoli have played so far, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of an effort for Napoli. If they really want to go through tonight, then they really have to push it hard, because the game is still in the balance. It's still 1-0, and so if they get the goal back, and who knows, anything special can happen at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium in Naples.
Chelsea are looking for that important first goal here at the Stamford Bridge. That will certainly spark things out and give them the kind of tonic they need to go on if there's going to be a wonderful comeback tonight. They've been famous comebacks, even when sides were up by 3-0. You can ask Barcelona fans, who suffered it a number of times against Roma and indeed against Liverpool as well. So anything is possible in the game of football. And one of the huge surprises in the starting lineup for Chelsea, Gallagher given the opportunity to play very close to Havertz, and maybe just gives you an idea that they want to be pressing so high. That was a big stab there coming in from Thiago Silva. That went all the way then to goalkeeper Courtois. Courtois played for Chelsea back in the Stamford Bridge. Of course, here he managed to get into that 151 appearances there for Chelsea. Not one of those loved guys when they came back. I'll go the ball right now for Chelsea. Can they find something here as a ball into the penalty box? Quickly taking out and snapped out by the Real Madrid defense that has got against Camavinga. He was not too confident in that one, managing to get it around Reece James, hit it with a left foot back into the area, close to the centre line. Is in with Thiago Silva, who rolls over in his all blue. Frank Lampard standing by and applauding the men. They need every sort of energy. The ball is gunning to Kepa Arrizabalaga, the goalkeeper tonight, in all green, of course, and he's got these orange gloves strapped to his hand. The ball now to the left-hand side. Kukurea with a quick pass to Kovacic. Kovacic camps down the challenge of Vinicius Junior. Referee Daniel Sato looks up, and it's going to be an infringement certainly there. 9 minutes and 14 seconds. We can't tell you about any goals certainly, but we can tell you about Azar Paints, who are making it possible for us to bring you UEFA Champions League commentary and reminding you there's a big dose for you as well tomorrow. Reece James with a quick pass into Enzo Fernandez, the Argentine, back again to Enzo Fernandez. Huge reputation, coming into Chelsea. I'm not sure he's let a lot of his fans down. He's been playing pretty well. It's just a team that has struggled to score goals, and it's famously said, and it's true anyway, that Erling Haaland has scored more goals than the entire Chelsea team. And an interesting start in 30 games. Chelsea's got 31 goals. That's an average of 1 per goal. How's that happening?
I mean, you watch some of their games, and it's not as if they're not creating the chances. They really do create a lot of chances. And you look at those Premier League games, even recently against Wolves.
Reece James with the one for cross into it. Goal counter with an opportunity, but smashed the ball across the face of goal, really. I think it took a deadly bounce, and Lampard has his hands through his hair, obviously. Slight despair there, but that was a good opportunity. Just before we come back to what you were talking about, good one down the right-hand side and a cross in by Reece James, but obviously N'Golo Kante not quite catching this one.
Yeah, big chance for N'Golo Kante there. If he had caught it right on target, I think that is beating Courtois all day. And so going back to what we were saying earlier, I think that look at Chelsea games, they create a lot of chances. The players are not being able to finish those chances. And you look at their forward line, and they don't really have a natural number 9. They don't really have a natural goal scorer. You look at the players they have in there. Look at João Felix. You look at Pulisic. You look at Havertz. They are not really your goal scorers. They are not really the people that you'd want to put the team's shoulders on, the team on their shoulders. Sorry. And so I think that Chelsea really do need a goal scorer.
Well, they need a goal scorer. So much money has gone into it. Enzo tried a bit of a shot, took down the half volley outside the penalty box for Real Madrid. Twisting and turning there. 2 leg overs. Turned over now down the left-hand side. Laid on the pass to Kukurea. It was clearly read there by Carvalho. Still on the line. Then he, smashed the ball into the defender standing right in front of him, Kukurea, for a throwing is going to come his way, and Frank Lampard at the moment with folded arms, and it's going to be a very tough evening. I hope everybody's ready for it. It will be swinging. It's been interesting. Has gone so far in the first 12 minutes or so. There's certainly still more to come here. There's a throwing going the way of Real Madrid. Live and Joy 99.7 FM. And to all of you listening to us around the world on myjoyonline.com. That was Alaba. Alaba with a pass to Camavinga. Camavinga takes it away from Reece James and real style. It goes over to Cruz. Cruz finds Modric, who is still showing us that he's got a lot to offer. Vinicius Junior attempted a dribble around Fofana, and that quickly touched Fofana. I think in the end it goes to a throwing. There's going to be a throwing going the way of Real Madrid from this one. And it's the same case we've been talking about, that Chelsea need to find a way, crucially, to get the goals, and that has been difficult. But you think about it, how much money has Chelsea spent in the transfer window? And, well, yeah, there are 2 strikers. There's Aubameyang and there's Romelu Lukaku, not quite available to them at the moment. But that's exactly the situation. How crazy is it?
It's very crazy, George. And I think that when they were making their spending in the summer and even in the January transfer window, it looked to me as if they bought a lot of players who were very similar profiles, and they couldn't really get an out-and-out striker who's in top form, who can even give you the goals. And even when Jethro Fofana has played, I think he showed some abilities of being able to be that natural number 9 for Chelsea and link up play and being able to hold that play as well as bring his teammates into play. And it looks like he's had a stop and start time at Chelsea so far. He gets games here and there, and then he doesn't even get games these days. And so I think that's the problem for Chelsea.
Chalobah the pass looking for Havertz. Havertz inside the penalty box of Real Madrid. Hits a wonderful cross. It comes down to Reece James. Can he gather and hit the shot? Not quite. And I think in the end, there was an instruction, and Reece James is surprised that. Was he offside?
Yeah,
Did he do something wrong in the process?
I think the ball hit his hand in the process there, and so the referee has given a handball, and it's going to be a free kick for Real Madrid.
Yeah, other than that, Havertz was very quick on that, and perhaps, yes, he was able to control the ball well. He could have gone for it perhaps maybe one time. No, he needed something badly to hit the ball. The Chelsea fans were having the heart and mouth moment there. Well, they were hoping that he would just get onto the ball because Reece James is great at hitting the shots. Kai Havertz with a pass back there into Chalobah. Chalobah down the left-hand side. Chelsea are in the area of Real Madrid looking for a goal badly after 14 minutes played here at the Stamford Bridge. Live on Joy 99.7 FM is into Enzo Fernandez with a wonderful right-footed chip cross. Is into Reece James, who sets another cross into the penalty box out of the 6-yard box. It is coming in from Alaba with a wonderful header. Laid down again. Reece James gets the word. Chelsea are piling on the pressure. A man is down, but referee Daniela Santos is keeping playing, and then Chelsea will be playing from left to right as they're doing. So quick square pass now to Kovacic. Kovacic now down to Chalobah. Kovacic over this now. Takes a few strides forward then. It's a wonderful pass now again to Reece James on the edge of the penalty box of Real Madrid. Back again to Fofana. The defenders have come in. They need something badly. Ball back again to Reece James. Reece James hits a fella out and is into Kovacic. Kovacic with another square pass. This time towards the left-hand side. Back to him. Kovacic right-footed down onto the chest of Reece James on the side of the penalty box. Vinicius Junior somehow stalling, and that was pretty smart. Frustrate them all you can. You're out by 2-0, you know that.
Yeah, obviously, and I think that this is what Don Carlo will love tonight, that all his players are playing for the team. I mean, you look at Vinicius Junior, he should be attacking, but he's back there defending, and that was some good defending from Vinicius Junior to keep Reece James out there.
It's goalless between Napoli and AC Milan. On aggregate, AC Milan lead Napoli by 1-0. There's a former Chelsea man in AC Milan scoring goals as well.
Yeah.
You actually think that Giroud is doing his bit for, obviously doing his bit for them as he can, and it's a bit crazy. Now, when you look around, the Chelsea strikers who failed to deliver while they were with Chelsea somehow are delivering. You remember the wonderful goal by Timo Werner as well for Leipzig over the weekend. Wow. Just a game of football, and sometimes how fast and quick things can turn. But Chelsea are hoping for one of those comebacks, one of the greatest comebacks. I remember, Chelsea played Liverpool, and again the Napoli comeback under Roberto Di Matteo was another one. It was about 4-1 down, 3-1 down. They went to win by 4-1 on the Stamford Bridge. They're looking for such inspiration tonight. 15 minutes and 50 seconds inside the Stamford Bridge. Live on Joy 99.7 FM. Chalobah has the ball down the left-hand side, and all the action still in the area of Real Madrid. Havertz tried to stop that. Went to Gallagher. Gallagher headed down to Cucurella. Cucurella left-footed into, he was attempting that into the penalty box, of course. Candy Carvajal has really been looking out for this. The applause goes up inside the Stamford Bridge in a bit to encourage these men. 9 degrees Celsius tonight, 27% humidity, and of course, I have to tell you, we're very happy to say we have bright clouds. The sky is so bright, and there's still some sunlight, which is a good thing around this time. It's a corner kick going the way of Chelsea, and just look at it, all the fans are applauding and trying to encourage Reece James as he places the ball in the quadrant. That will be special. Oh, look at the lovely skies up in the Stamford Bridge, but can they rain goals? It's a corner kick now. Reece James, right-footed into the penalty box. It was a bad one in the end, and it was easy for them, and it's have to smash it out.
Yeah, obviously, and I think that Chelsea will need to be taking advantage of this pressure that they're having early on. I mean, they are literally camped in the Real Madrid.
And maybe you talk about it, wonderful head back into it, can have it, goes up, couldn't get onto it, and that's a wonderful shielding, and down on his chest, straight to goalkeeper Couture, who received it beautifully in bright colours today, and the black gloves strapped to his hands with that one, and there were no problems at all for Real Madrid. It's 2-0 on aggregate. That's if you followed us last Wednesday, Real Madrid beat Chelsea by 2-0 under Santiago Bernabeu, and here at the Stamford Bridge to try and complete what has been wonderful. It's just amazing how Real Madrid continue to march in the Champions League and do it seamlessly, easily, year in, year out. and you are always trying to be very, very careful that it's in. We're also live on Hits 103.9 FM. Hello, good evening to all of you listening to us on Hits FM. Let's hear from you on our WhatsApp line. Gary, Danny will be reading out your messages, and I'll read the bits that can come to me as I'm going through a commentary here from the United Kingdom. It's into Rodrigo. Rodrigo with a quick little thinking pass, and in the end, Thiago Silva had it covered, even if he came in there. So let's hear from you on our WhatsApp line. But obviously, you've seen 80 minutes of this game. What do you expect Chelsea to do? Because they're actually on the back foot.
Yeah, and I think that they need to really make their possession count. They really need to make the pressure count, because in the first 18 minutes of this game, it looks as if they have really calmed in that Real Madrid half, and Real Madrid are feeding off scraps and waiting for their moment. And you look at Real Madrid, and anytime they attack, it look like they have goals in them, and so Chelsea must be really, really careful at the back there.
They have to be careful. That's the point. Camavinga with the ball down the left-hand side. He headed that feather out to Vinicius Junior, who's sent it feather in again to his man. Camavinga is now into Cruz. And Cruz with the ball to Valverde, the Uruguayan. It goes out to the right-hand side. The Spaniard Carvajal gets onto it. There's a quick 1-2 there by Modric. And now on the side of the penalty box of Chelsea, Modric with that, the back flick goes into Valverde. Valverde back again to Modric. Modric lays in a quick pass to find Rodrigo. Rodrigo out again to Carvajal. Real Madrid looking for a ways. Back into Rodrigo in the penalty box. Twisted returning, hits a shot, and he needed a bit of a save there from Kepa Arrizabalaga. I'm not too sure. Maybe it actually went out before he had attached to that. 19 minutes and 07 seconds. Here we go. It was a very, very good and enterprising play there from Real Madrid.
Yeah, very, very close from Rodrigo there. And this is what I was saying earlier on. You look, Chelsea must make their chances count, because if Real Madrid do get those chances, they will not be missing those chances, and they have the potency up front to be able to bury those chances, and Chelsea must really, really be careful.
Rodrigo is actually one of the important players for Carlo Ancelotti. If you look at the way he's been using him, 21 goal contributions in all competitions. He's scored has 5 goal contributions in 9 UEFA Champions League games. He's often, used as the super sub, but these days, when he needs to solve a difficult question or a difficult puzzle, he often likes to come in and use Rodrigo. How impressive has he been as we wait to find out if Camavinga is going to be fit to continue the game? He came down and knocked from Rhys James.
Yeah, he's been very impressive, Rodrigo. And you look at last season, a lot of people say, like, look, this man is just a super sub man, and he probably cannot be a man who you count on to start games for you. And this season, he's proven to be that man who can start games and make the difference even when he starts games. And he doesn't really need to be coming on in games as a super sub.
It's goalless after some 21 minutes down there in Naples. Napoli have not yet got a goal against AC Milan, and it stays the way it's AC Milan going to qualify because they have that 1-goal lead from that game, and that will go back into it. Benzema is one of the feared guys, absolutely feared guys when it comes to the Champions League. He's got so much, over 900 games for Real Madrid. Scored close to 500 goals, in the process. That's absolutely great. Pass out to Gallagher. Gallagher's not really a fan favorite, even though he's got a lot of time. It reminds me of those days when Mason Mount often was played by Lampard. And, I think you can understand. Sometimes we are being too hard on Lampard. Kai Havertz has just gone down with the challenge of Militao. I hope he's going to be fine, Militao. He just went down here. Hopefully he's going to be fine. But we're just making the point about what was the thinking for Frank Lampard to get in Gallagher close to Havertz. I'm thinking maybe the pressing.
Yeah, I should think so. It looks to me like it's just the pressing, because he has that energy in him to be able to carry the ball forward. But as to whether he can pick the final ball or the final pass, that is where maybe my concerns will be. But he's got the energy to be able to do what Frank Lampard needs of him.
Chelsea have the opportunity right now. 21 minutes and 40 seconds. If you're joining us, enjoy 99.7 FM or Hits 103.9 FM. Primary source. All of you around the country listening to us as well. Well, there are no goals here, but Chelsea have a chance. Enzo Fernandez, right-footed into the penalty box. Another poor ball from a set piece, just identical to that Rhys James corner kick. Few minutes to go, and Chelsea are still then having to backpedal in this game. They've had a bit of opportunities with that one in and around the area of Real Madrid, but all of that quite not working. Cucurella with the ball then. He sends the pass into Silva. Silva down to the left-hand side. Was looking for the quick cross there, Enzo. He further stabbed that into the area, but it was easy for Thibaut Courtois to just stand by and handle that. Quite a number of Chelsea players, obviously, have come back to the Stamford Bridge. And yesterday at the training session, it was more of like a homecoming, including Carlo Ancelotti himself, Rudiger, Eden Hazard, who are adding to Thibaut Courtois himself, all came back yesterday and is up there.
Yeah, obviously, and it's good. Sometimes it's good to see some of these players back. But well, maybe at this time, Chelsea fans will not be happy seeing them coming back because they are coming to play against their team that already 2-0 up, and they really need a big performance to be able to go through against them. And it looks like Adam Militao is struggling with something here. He's already been booked by the referee tonight, and it looks like he's going to miss the semi-final first leg if Real Madrid do go through.
Yeah, that's very likely at the moment, the way it looks like. Just give you updates on the game involving AC Milan and Napoli. Guess what? Olivier Giroud has missed a penalty. What is it with missing penalties these days? When you badly need that, not to remind Arsenal fans, but Bukayo Saka missed a great opportunity. Mohamed Salah as well has missed a number of penalties these days. And here you go, Olivier Giroud missing a penalty, and still the scoreline remains goalless. More often than not, it comes back to haunt you. And that is a special one. So scoreline remains goalless between Napoli and AC Milan, but 1-0 on aggregate. And we're back at the Stamford Bridge to bring you that. Can he continue, Carvalho? Is he okay? It looks like he's very much okay. And that's the thing these days when you have a casual look at the players of Real Madrid. It's easy to spot Champions League trophy or 4 or 3 or 2. It's just that club if you want to win Champions League trophies.
Yeah, obviously. And you look at the players on the pitch today, and I think almost everybody on the pitch has a Champions League.
Amazing.
At least one Champions League.
Amazing.
I mean, you look at the likes of Vinicius and Rodrigo, and who are 21 and 22-year-old, and
they won Champions League trophies. Come on. If you want to win Champions League trophy, go in there. I don't know if it's a message to the likes of Haaland and Cole. Man City, no disrespect to Manchester City. They'll be up against Bayern, and we'll get to see that tomorrow. Live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM. As you know, Kukurea with it goes around 2 men. Lays of a pass down to the left-hand side. He managed to catch Gallagher. Gallagher right-footed into the penalty box, looking for the heads. Kamvega started all the way, allowed it to bounce in the goalkeeper's 6-yard box and went straight to touch. But I'm not sure Alaba was too happy about that. He was trying making a point in there. Got a few messages coming through. We'll see if we can read them. Okay, this is from Sonny Menso. Says Chelsea 0, Real Madrid 3, Napoli to qualify. Osimhen to score. This looks straightforward, like you're giving us some betting tips. Sarah from Ashaiman as well, sending us a message. Says, good evening. I'm really enjoying the sweet commentary from the international George Alder Jr. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're international. We're coming to you from the United Kingdom, obviously. Frank Lampard needs to be checked because this selection is whack. The team that played last Wednesday should have been maintained. Kofi Kisidu actually sending us the message. Let's hear from you. We're live on Hits 103.9 FM and Joy 99.7 FM. Vinicius Jr. with the ball on the edge of the penalty box. What a wonderful cross, looking for the run there of Rodrigo. Managed to trap that, but very close to the corner flag. Our assistant referee is actually waved and says keep on playing, and so will keep Real Madrid very much in it. Was a good 2-0 win over the weekend against Cadiz. Card number players getting to a rest on that one. Wonderful cross, headed out of the area, repelled there by Thiago Silva, straight onto the thigh of N'Golo Kante, allows that to roll. Real Madrid still inside the center circle. It's into Modric. Referee Daniela Santos is keeping playing. Benzema down to Camavinga. Camavinga down the left-hand side. It's over now to Vinicius Jr. Jr. trying to get in central, trying to dribble, being hurried away by Fofana, but Real Madrid somehow keep the ball, and it's now in with Cruz. Cruz with the ball back out, and now it's into Militao. And it's important to tell you that Azar Paints are making this possible for us. Azar Paints since 1921. Azar Paints, it is so Achisa. Azar Paints, the very, very best. And the reason why we're here and bringing you live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM on Hits 103.9 FM. It's 26 minutes. Very little to tell you about in this game. Than to say, well, Josh, Chelsea have had some moments in the Real Madrid half, but have not made a good use of it.
Yeah, they've not made a count at all. And you look at that N'Golo Kante chance that he had earlier on, and that was a massive chance for Chelsea. If he had probably put that at the back of the net, we could have had a game on our hands so far. But it looks like Real Madrid are beginning to feel good about this game. They are beginning to play well.
And they're getting the confidence. And it's into Vinicius Jr. He's at the penalty box, hit a shot. Straight point save there by Kepa Arrizabalaga. He was rooted to the spot, really. If it was down the side, he would have been in trouble. Camavinga with the ball now for Real Madrid. And referee Daniel Losata has called for something, in the process.
I think it was an offside
in the build-up. 27 minutes and 17 minutes, obviously. And that will give them an opportunity to quite get through it. It's been an interesting one, and it's been a long journey. Vinicius Junior with 10 goal contributions in 9 UEFA Champions League games. And that was an opportunity. He probably should have thought about it. He didn't realize how much time he had on that.
Yeah, he didn't realize how much time he had on that. And even if he had put it at the back of the net, he would probably be had gone down as an offside. And you look at Vinicius Junior, I mean, he came to England, came to destroy Liverpool in that round of 16. And so he'll be looking to do the same to Chelsea.
And that's the point. Yes. Gallagher, he has the brawn, the energy, the pressing up front is guaranteed, but the brain is the next thing. Whether he could place in those decisive passes to try and get the goals there for Chelsea. They've looked pretty blunt up front. Gallagher trying to turn around, but Real Madrid are doing a very good job of the midfield. Reece James with his dye hair, with a pass now out to Kai Havertz. Havertz looking to shield the ball rather than play it. Reece James back over it with a quick pass down there again to Kovacic. Kovacic on his right foot. Down his green boots. He's over then to Gallagher. Gallagher over then to Kukurea on the edge of the penalty box. Real Madrid, wonderful cross. It went across the face of goal. Nobody was quite able to attack that, including Kai Havertz. And they'll need to be thinking about it. 28 minutes and the time is running very much for Chelsea, because they need a goal and something to spark this renaissance. It must happen at some point.
It must happen anytime soon, and it looks to me as if they are lacking ideas up front. They are really lacking the cutting edge. They are lacking the final ball. They are really dominating this game, but they are not really threatening Real Madrid, and Real Madrid are really comfortable to soak in the pressure and pick their moments. And
that's what they'll be trying so hard to try and prevent. Live on Joy 99.7 FM if you're joining us, and on Hits 103.9 FM. We expect you to send us your messages on our WhatsApp lines, and we'll do justice to that. Chelsea yet to score a goal, same for Real Madrid, but they won't be bothered because they lead the Star by 2-0 in aggregate. We're keeping our tabs as well on that game involving Napoli and AC Milan, currently 1-0 in aggregate. Olivier Giroud has missed a penalty then, though, for AC Milan. That could have doubled their lead and made it comfortable. Chelsea now trying to set themselves in front of the penalty box of Real Madrid. A pass has travelled long to Kukurea. He finds Kovacic, the Croatian. It's back out to the Argentine Enzo Fernandez. Rolls it into the Brazilian. It's Thiago Silva with a right-footed chip cross into the penalty box. It was a weak header coming in for Kai Havertz. Somehow nodded back in, and Gallagher was very close to that. He could not quite get himself over it to bend that. But anyway, all that action would have gone to now because it was an offside. But anyway, a good build-up in the process.
Yeah, very good build-up in the process. And I think that in the end, the ball went over the line before Kukurea could play it back in for that Gallagher header. But if he had gotten it right, I mean, he should be hitting the target on that.
Well, yeah, I've got an interesting comment there. Charles Ayamga with that says, well, he's in Kumasi, but because of the commentary tonight on Joy 99.7 FM, he's had to connect to my Joy Online. Thank you so much for doing that. We expect you to continue that tomorrow as well. And we'll try to broadcast it across the way. And again, you have to be on lookout as well for Love 99.5 FM. It's a wonderful cross now, looking to find Kai Havertz. Didn't quite get there. Dani Carvajal hit that above a number of players in to find Valverde. Valverde with a quick turn. Takes it very close to the advertising panel. It's a quick pass through nicely, and he gets onto it, Rodrigo. That's a lovely cut back into Karim Benzema, who tried to hit a shot. It didn't quite go well. I think not the way he wanted to quite catch it. But Carlo Ancelotti tonight in his Real Madrid tracksuit, black and white, with his hands right in there, trying to save his fingers from the cold. Not too cold tonight, but he's so calm on the touchline. That's the kind of figure you want from your head coach.
Yeah, obviously. And Carlo is always very calm. Always very calm. Even last season when they were really under the caution, those games against PSG, against Chelsea, against Man City, he was very, very calm. And interestingly enough, tonight, all 4 teams who are playing in the Champions League tonight, he's managed to coach all 4 teams tonight. Amazing. And I don't know if I asked you what we describe as peak Carlo Ancelotti. Let's get back to it. Modric with a wonderful shot. Great save there by Kepa
Lorenzo Balaga. That was really good. He got down to the side and had to stop it from going in there. There's a corner kick going the way of Real Madrid, but that was really, really good and incisive.
Yeah, very incisive for Real Madrid. And you look at this game so far, and Chelsea have had most of the ball. They've not been able to threaten Thibaut Courtois as much. But for Real Madrid, anytime they have the ball, they are looking to hit the target. They are looking to try Kepa Arrizabalaga. And Kepa has had to be in this game mentally and physically, because other than that, Real Madrid would have been leading by now.
I think in the build-up to all this, he feels he's having a great season, even though Chelsea are not having quite a good one. Corner kick, Toni Kroos standing over it, right-footed into the penalty box. Heads go up, nodded out by Thiago Silva. Bounces out to the right-hand side. It's back again to Kroos. Kroos with a lovely back flick goes into Rodrigo, hits the shot, camps off the foot there of Reece James. Nodded on the feather by Cucurella, controlled on the side foot there by N'Golo Kante, and it's back into Gallagher, who tried a bit of a skill, but that ball had rolled out, and that's going to be it. And now my question to you, Josh, is an important one, and maybe for all of you around, you can tell me what you think. What would you call peak Carlo Ancelotti?
I think it's a difficult one, but for me, growing up and watching him at AC Milan, I think that will probably be my pick. Ancelotti.
The job he's done with Real Madrid is fantastic.
It's a fantastic job, and you look at he's had 2 to Real Madrid, but I look at Carlo and I always remember those Champions League nights with AC Milan when he had the likes of Kaká and Seedorf and Gattuso and the likes. I mean, that was peak Carlo for me.
Okay, well, is that there? Tell me, which of the Carlo Ancelottis did you love? The one at AC Milan when it comes to the Champions League, because he's been really, really great as well. Real Madrid, is that for discussion? Let's hear from you on our WhatsApp line. We're live on Hits 103.9 FM and Joy 99.7 FM around the world on myjoyonline.com. It's a yellow card being held aloft right now by referee Daniel Sata at 33 minutes and 50 seconds at the Stamford Bridge. Coming to you from the United Kingdom. Commentary proudly brought to you by Azar Payne since 1921. Azar Paint, Yateso Achisa, and it's important to know that we're also being heavily supported by Supersport DSTV, very important, and this is all powered by the Super Joy Sports team. We've got Gary Al Smith and Danny Cranty on the bridge. You hear from them at halftime, and this is a message coming in from champion champion sent us a message. He says great energy from both, especially Josh. He's doing great tonight, Josh. We've got a fan back out there, and good days. Was it Gary teasing me today with Gobe on his WhatsApp status? I don't know. I don't even know what was that. So. Quite a number of things have actually happened, with the Joy Sports Decks in the last 24 hours, including Fento calling himself Daniel Clancy. I don't know how that happened, right? And Gary was all over the place with Gobe. Sorry, if you're listening to us in the United Kingdom, Gobe is Beans. Beans and Gary, and he had some really good fried plantain on the side to make it work out, though. It's 34 minutes and 55 seconds, really, and easy to tell you that we have no goals here at the Stamford Bridge. At the same time, no goals in Naples. There's a long one down to the left-hand side. He's trapped that well, Cucurella. And that was very good defending. That's one thing you've noted in this game, that on the left post, the Real Madrid team seemed to be very, very prepared for Chelsea, down the right or down the left with Cucurella or Reece James. Yeah, because they look at this Chelsea team, and you could probably tell that Don Carlo has prepped them up very well for this game. They know that the Chelsea laterals can pose a lot of threat to them, and so they are doing so much to stop them and keep them in their tracks. Real Madrid will like the tempo of the moment. No problems now. Chelsea have to force the issue. It's 35 minutes already in this game, and time is running out for Chelsea if they really want to make it to the next stage of the Champions League. There's a long cross, low one to Reece James. They tried to go around Camavinga. That's that easy. Still with the ball then. Here's a pass to N'Golo Kante. The 1-2 is complete. Back again to Reece James. Sets it across, and it's clearly read there by Alaba, who went down to smash the ball out of the area. N'Golo Kante chasing that really important move there for Chelsea. It's going to be a throw-in. Reece James getting back onto it, trying to get into it, but that was an important incursion there again from Chelsea. Very important incursion there from Chelsea, and you can see exactly why Real Madrid are doing some job on the Chelsea laterals, because they know that is where the threat will come from. And if Chelsea will get a goal in this game, it will definitely come from those wide areas, and so they are really doing their job well. This time around, Reece James was able to get in behind that Real Madrid defense, but Alaba with an important block there. And it's typical Real Madrid when they have a 2-0 lead. they're allowing Chelsea to do what they can and hoping to catch Chelsea and make most of the mistakes that they make behind.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I've been saying earlier on. I think that Chelsea really need this possession to come, because if they don't, Real Madrid can always come to life in some spells in the game. You just know it will happen. But at this moment in time, they are really happy to contain Chelsea where Chelsea are.
Chelsea are winless in the last 6 games. In fact, under Frank Lampard, no win yet. Wonderful cross by N'Golo Kante. Goes and sweeps across the face of goal and has gone back out to the right-hand side. An opportunity for Real Madrid to take it all the way. Cruz with a quick pass. Now he finds Vinicius Junior. Junior with a one up front to find Modric. Modric gets over the ball now, looking over his shoulders for the next pass. He almost got that through to Vinicius Junior, but he was backtracking. Reece James, even with his back to the ball, managed to trap that with his feet. Sometimes he's very, very good. I mean, most of the times for Chelsea in defense, truly. Chelsea's problems are how to get the goals from Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, you think about it, has got 7 of Chelsea's 9 goals in the competition, including those 2 against Salzburg and Dortmund. How can you have all these players and there are no goals in Chelsea's bank? Frank Lampard in trouble already. He's taking over the side. Gallagher with a pass now into Kovacic. 37 minutes and 53 seconds. No goals to tell you about at the Stamford Bridge. 9 degrees Celsius. So quite a number of the supporters here tonight. I'm quite hopeful. It's important that I emphasize quite hopeful. It's been a very difficult period. Difficult to dream or believe. But that's the job for the Chelsea faithful tonight. It's into Fofana. Fofana rolls it into Thiago Silva. Silva with that. He came from Enzo Fernandez actually. It's back out to Reece James. Fernandez over the ball now for Chelsea. Drags that square to Chalobah. Chalobah, that was a very teasing pass. Not quite good in the end. Kukurea was able to get onto it. Had too much angle and was showing too much of the ball to the opponent. He drives that again inside the centre circle. Kovacic, right-footed chip cross. Controlled on the chest by N'Golo Kante. Angle to the edge of the penalty box of Real Madrid. Back to Reece James. James back to N'Golo Kante. Still in that little area. Tries to take the ball away from Camavinga with some skill. Camavinga gets back with that little slight tackle and putting a foot in for that important defensive block. And it's a corner kick on the way of Chelsea. And what is this fan doing? Can't believe it. Is it the case that Chelsea need to show a bit more fight, a bit more urgency, or that's about what they can do now?
Yeah, obviously. And you look at that fan there, and he's showing more emotion.
And that the players on the pitch, really.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that he's trying to send a message to the players that, look, we've come here to support you all night, and you really need to do something. You really need to make it count tonight.
Corner kick, Kukurea left-footed into the penalty box, knotted by Kai Havertz, but they didn't have the kind of direction that was going to send it into it. I must say, Chelsea's 3 or 4 corner kicks have not gone quite well. They need to make it. This is probably the best out of the 3.
Yeah, it's the best out of the 3, and they've had a lot of these set pieces in and around the Real Madrid box, and they have not really made use of it. And it's going to be a worry for Frank Lampard at this moment in time, because look, you really need these chances to make it count against this Real Madrid side, because we know they play in moments, and their moments will come, and when they pick those moments, they'll pick you apart.
We're close to the 40th minute mark. If you're joining us, enjoy 99.7 FM and our hits 103.9 FM. And no goals to tell you about in this game. Chelsea badly need 2 goals, and they need a goal at least to start it. And they have been huffing and puffing. That was pretty poor. And is he complaining about the pass? I mean, how would you judge that? Enzo Fernandez says, I gave you that through pass. You had to pick it. Who's at fault?
I think it's Gallagher here, because he should be expecting the pass here. If you're in those areas, you always need to be expecting the pass there. And it looks to me as if Gallagher is in a position where he's not really used to it, and so he wasn't really expecting that pass from Enzo Fernandez.
And it's the thing about the young players, and he's probably overwhelmed with the responsibilities tonight. Yeah. And there's more on the side of being high up and pressing. And Real Madrid have an opportunity. Ball played deep into it, and that could have been dangerous, but he gave him a bit of pressure there. Vinicius Junior tried to get onto the end of that to smash that into it. But wonderful cross coming through there by Real Madrid.
Yeah, and the warning bells are coming from Real Madrid. This is a massive warning for them. If Vinicius Junior had got something on this ball, I'm sure he will be on target. And if he was on target, maybe he could have been scoring the first goal of the night today.
Yeah, he had to really have his yeah, the focus had to be on, had to be paying attention to it. They lost his bearings, just to be fair, in that process. He probably thought he was, central than he actually was with that touch.
And to give Fofana a bit of credit, I think he put him off there, and so Vinicius Junior wasn't able to compose himself to get some contact on that ball.
UEFA Champions League quarterfinal second legs coming away on Joy 99.7 FM, proudly brought to you by Azar Paints. Azar Paints, #1 since 1921. Azar Paints at Chisai. It is so. Azar Paints making sure giving you all of this, plus DSTV supporting us, and this is powered by the Joy Sports team. And so wherever you're listening into us, it's good that you send us your messages. We'll attend to them as much as we can, especially to our lovely listeners on Hits 103.9 FM. Kukurea at 42 minutes at the Stamford Bridge under the lights on this immaculate has of a corner kick, hits that left-footed, and that's another poor one from Chelsea. Certainly they did everything and the training grounds but to rehearse on these little set pieces they're making a mess of. Even though this was nodded out by Karim Benzema, it gives Chelsea another opportunity, but it's about the height. Let's see if they can get this right. Flashing out, stands, and this time goes for a shot to one. Is back into Reece James. Now a better cross into the penalty box, but a tall-looking Thibaut Courtois, 6-footer, imposing himself and taking that. What a wonderful touch. What a lovely touch there by Valverde. Valverde in all space right now for Real Madrid. Can they make something work here into the penalty box of Chelsea? It's a wonderful cross. He's got Karim Benzema onto the other hand. He tried to knock down with his left foot, but really had run out in terms of the angles. That could have been dangerous.
That could have been really dangerous for Chelsea, and this is what I've been saying all night. Real Madrid picked their moment on the counter-attack. Valverde has that best of pace, and he puts in a very good cross for Karim Benzema, but Karim Benzema couldn't get the angle right, and it's going for a goal kick for Chelsea.
Goal kick for Chelsea. They need to be awake in this one. It's still 1-0 on aggregate between Napoli and AC Milan. I was just telling you. Yeah, oh no, see, is that right? I think we've got an update on that. Let's see if that's in it. Yeah, okay, what we got? It's still 1-0, right? Oh, we've got an update on that. A goal has been scored, has it?
Yeah. It's a massive goal in Naples, and it's gone to AC Milan. And Olivier Giroud has put AC Milan up front, and it's 2-0 on aggregate for AC Milan.
2 goals to 0 on aggregate there for AC Milan, and Olivier Giroud, who missed the penalty on the 23rd minute, now scoring one for AC Milan on the 43rd minute. Well, it will conclude our thesis on how disturbing all of this can be, really. I mean, for Napoli, high flying in the Italian Serie A, but cannot quite get it, and that's often the problem when these traditional Champions League teams find themselves in spaces, and then it could be complicated even if it's AC Milan versus Man City, the final, from what we're seeing. It's now though a free kick all the way of Real Madrid. Alaba left-footed into the penalty box, nodded down by Gallagher, straight into the chest of Kai Havertz, who's walking this out at 44 minutes and 05 seconds, and he quickly turned to that, and he's controlling it. He's got 2 men to deal with. He wasn't able to quite deal with them, and there had to be a little slight tackle from Gallagher to send the ball into Reece James. James with the ball back to Fofana. Fofana drags that square to pick Chalobah. Chalobah with the ball now for Chelsea. No goals here. It is 2-0 on aggregate, and it's 2-0 as well on aggregate of the game involving Napoli and AC Milan. Olivier Giroud scoring both goals anyway, missing a penalty as well today. Could have been worse for Napoli. Ball now into Gallagher with the outside of the boot with a lovely pass to Chalobah to bring him on over the halfway line. Chelsea looking to pick up something here. Kukurea calling for the pass, didn't capture him. He retreats, finds Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez with it is now to Kovacic. Kovacic with the ball, and it was a flicked on header there from Kai Havertz. Was he looking for the one for Reece James, really?
Yeah, it looks to me as if
he was really do something, or
he was trying to look at look for Reece James there, and it didn't go through well from Kai Havertz.
Well, that's an interesting one with how that is really turning out. Live on Joy 99.7 FM, and we're indeed bringing you this. It's now come in nicely then as Chelsea try to find a way. It's back out to Reece James with a wonderful cross across the face of Kukurea. Has a chance to put it right in. What a wonderful save and wonderful block, I should say. Didn't quite save it, but blocked it. Thibaut Courtois denying Kukurea there.
Thibaut Courtois denying Kukurea there, and look at Kukurea, and he should be doing better with this one. He had all the space, he had all the time in the world. He could have hit a more powerful shot on target in there, and he gave Thibaut Courtois too much time to be able to make that block there.
Live and Joy 99.7 FM, that was quite important there as Chelsea tried to set themselves on this one. Where will they turn out with it? It's a corner kick now, and hopefully Chelsea can get us back one. Long one to it, nodded out again. Oh no, he miscued that entirely. But it's not entirely gone to them there, and Chelsea have an opportunity. Golo Kante hits a long cross. It's into the net. I mean, actually into the 18-yard box, and he was looking to send that one further close to the net. That didn't quite work out. It is 2 minutes of added on time for stoppages after this first half, and they're still keeping it tight, and that rolls out for now throwing. Chelsea have showed a bit of intent, at least at this time.
Yeah, Chelsea are beginning to show intent even at the dying embers of this first half. But look, they're still not making it count, and Thibaut Courtois with a massive save for Real Madrid, and this is why he's probably one of the best keepers in the world at this moment. He's keeping his team in this tie so far, and Real Madrid are really happy at this moment to be able to keep Chelsea out and see what happens in the second half.
It's the point that you make. Very, very excited to keep Chelsea at bay here. We're just left with some 15 seconds to be played of this first half at the Stamford Bridge. Live commentary from London, and thank you all for sending us your messages on Hits 103.9 FM. Indeed, enjoy 99.7 FM. Referee Daniel Osata has called for the end of the first half, and you can read on the lips of Kukurea says, how come, how? I really should have scored that goal. Didn't quite work out. It's been an interesting first half between Chelsea and Real Madrid. Real Madrid did everything to put Chelsea off. Chelsea tried to score the goals but could not get the goals. Stays goalless in this game, and 2-0 in aggregate. So far as they're concerned, things are very, very controlled for Real Madrid, but Chelsea have a lot of work to do. But on the balance of things, would you say Real Madrid have not stepped up in terms of gears, or Chelsea have just crossed their lines here?
It's a bit of both, but you look at it really, and Real Madrid do not really need to come out all guns blazing to be able to get goals, because they know they're in a very comfortable position. They are 2 goals up, and you look at Chelsea's record over the last few games or so, Chelsea are not being able to score those goals, and so they are really comfortable to keep Chelsea at bay, and let's see how the second half goes.
Let's see where it goes. I was just going to tell you again about the game involving Napoli and AC Milan. 2-0 in aggregate. It's 1-0 on the night. Olivier Giroud scoring the goal on the 43rd minute. He missed the penalty though on the 23rd minute. It stays the way it goes. AC Milan will be going through if nothing changes in the second half. Good time now to hand over to Gary Alsmith and Danny Cronting, who are standing by for this one. Gary, it's been a really, really interesting first half.
Yes,
we had no goals. Hopefully we're lucky in the second half.
Yeah, George, stay with me. We're together with Josh on Joy 99.7 FM. Quick question to you guys as well. Danny is joining us. Hi, Danny. First half thoughts quickly before we talk to George and Josh, and then we go for the break.
Good game. You can understand why Real Madrid have approached it the way they have. They don't necessarily need to win this game. The onus is on Chelsea to try and attack, and that's where it's been disappointing. Chelsea have looked very blunt up front. They've had a couple of iffy moments, half chances where you would have thought that had the finishing been better, or had the instinct to produce the right run been there, it could easily have been Chelsea having the lead, although Real Madrid have also had their opportunities. But at this point, I'll just say we've just seen a general lack of quality in the final third from both teams.
From both teams. George, and I should ask you really, watching the game, Danny and I noted a couple of times that when Chelsea were advancing and attacking and progressing the ball, shockingly, it was only N'Golo Kante who was in the number 9 position. Like, that should not be happening, is it?
It should not be happening, and it probably explains why many Chelsea fans were worried about the heads up front. You need a lot of attacking players who have been doing this for quite a number of years, who have shown that they can do it. Gallagher, obviously, and I think that the idea was to get a lot of pressing, especially in and around Havertz, so that the attacking or the defense for Chelsea will start very high up so early on when they have the chance, but it did not quite work out. And so the man who was supposed to be close to Havertz was found anywhere and all over the pitch. And so it's just the same case of Chelsea all season, not looked quite organized attacking wise, and so it's difficult to get opportunities. We saw crosses go into the box, go across the face of the post. Nobody was there to connect that. We saw passes from Enzo to Gallagher, who's not quite able to even have the awareness to know that pass was coming. We saw back flicks from Reece James. It's all a bit messed up front, and that's how come Chelsea have not been able to hit Madrid in any way, Gary.
Yeah, 8 minutes to the top of the hour, 8 p.m. here in Accra, in the UK, where George is. It's 8 minutes to 9. Real Madrid, Chelsea with 51% of the possession on my console. Real Madrid with 49. But Danny Cranton here with me. Chelsea 6 attempts off target. Real Madrid 3 off target. 2 on target for Chelsea, 2 on target for Real Madrid, 5 corners for the Blues, 1 for Real, 8 fouls for Chelsea, 3 for Real. Suggests that Chelsea, were doing their bit in trying to get that goal, but Real really had everything under control, innit?
Yeah, Real Madrid had it under control. I said the biggest chance of the half was that Cucurella opportunity. Felt him. I thought he should have taken it first time. It was a golden opportunity for him to take it first time and then score. Once he took that touch, it allowed Courtois to come out and narrow the angle, and it was always going to be difficult for him to put it in the back of the net from that angle. But that again, it just shows you the importance of having offensive-minded players and players who are used to putting the ball in the back of the net. That's why modern football is moving towards players who are comfortable in playing almost every position, and you need to know how to score. So because goal scoring is basically an art. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you just don't have it. And for Chelsea, two good opportunities. I even forgot the Kante one very early in the half. So Chelsea should be up, honestly. If we're talking about the clarity of chances both teams have created, Chelsea have created the better opportunities and they should be up. But unfortunately for them, they squandered them and Real Madrid are still in it.
Right. Danny talks about the clarity of chances. I can tell you about the clarity of our commentary from George Addo Jr. in the UK as well. Brought to you by Azar Paints. From generation to generation, Azar has continued to provide superior quality that give you real value for money. For all your painting needs, interiors, exteriors, Azar, remember, comes in emulsion and gloss and offers a wide variety of colors to choose from. If you want top quality paint, you know you've got to go for Azar. 0555 333 888 is the number for your inquiries. That's 0555 333 888. Azar, Etiso Achisa. Quality paint from the Azar Group. Since 1921, Azar is still number one. As we go into the break, remember, Chelsea are still in this, but on another night, they'd be all square. Like Danny said, they should have scored. Unquestionably, they should have at least one goal, as Cucurella's golden opportunity was swatted aside by a brutally good piece of goalkeeping from Courtois. Good commentary, good goalkeeping, good football, good radio. This is Joy FM. We'll be back after this.
Home is where the heart is. Then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Homes, businesses, communities, whatever the space, wherever the place, Azar is the paint. Azar paints are high quality, long lasting, and always give a great finish that will make your space shine. At Brighton, Azar, still number one.
From the Azar Group. From the producers of Run for Your Wife comes another theatrical masterpiece.
She came to you to protect me and the child she was going to have. Doesn't matter who made us confess. We killed her. You killed her.
In honor of Ecole Blankson.
When was the last time you saw her? Is it your business how I run my business?
A detective called the most intriguing play of the year stages at the National Theatre. Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd April with the legendary Fred Amugi, Akofa Ejani, Na Ashoko, Jackie Ankra, Roland Adom, Fifi Coleman, Andrew Tando Adote, and a lot more. A detective call. Tickets are selling now for 100 Ghana cedis only at Airport Shell, Patuna Total, Nalem Stores, and at imageburrowgh.com or dial star 365 star 2020 hash. Supported by Caveman Watches, Ghana Tourism Authority, Niplan's Car Rentals, Joy FM, and Daily Guide. It is produced by Image Bureau and April Communications, powered by Stanbic Bank, and proudly brought to you by Ebony Condoms. A detective calls. This is not a comedy.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home. Shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is. Where the passion is. Where the laughter is. And sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
A minute to 8 p.m. here on Joy 99.7 FM. Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the UEFA Champions League. I'm Gary Al Smith and this is Chelsea versus Real Madrid. The visitors had a chance as well. I was talking about Chelsea and bigging them up, giving them the props for what has been the creation of a couple of good chances. But Real Madrid have had their moments too. Vinicius Jr. mistiming his side-footed effort from a phasing Modric cross to the back post. Danny Cranting is here with me. If that went in, that would probably be that. But Chelsea are still alive and showed enough quality in the first half to win it. But the question is, Dean is asking, where has this Chelsea been all season? I was remarking that even though they've not been putting their chances away, if they played half as well as they did in this first half this season, they won't be closer to relegation than the top of the table in the Premier League.
Yeah, maybe they will not be, but I think it's just basically because of the circumstance they find themselves. It's not like Chelsea, they play armor. It's not really that.
It's not really that. Yeah. And let's pick out the better players from both sides, beginning with the home team, Chelsea. I'm picking Reece James first. He's had quite a good first half, hasn't he?
Yeah, Reece James he's had a good first half, but for me, I think it's okay. I think Kante has been brilliant. Kante has had a very good first half. Unfortunately,
he's